Welcome to the podcast, Claim Your Excellent Life, with your host, Suzanne Kellner-Zinck, where she helps professional women learn how to be happy. Suzanne will teach you how to do this through building high self-esteem, relaxation and calm, and good, healthy relationships. Tune in every week as Suzanne shares effective strategies to help you claim your excellent life with happiness techniques, self-esteem building exercises, relationship tips, and relaxation information. Make sure to head over to dawningvisions.com to subscribe to the newsletter to receive your keys to happiness, as well as other useful free gifts for you.
In this episode of Claim Your Excellent Life, we are going to speak about getting outside of one's comfort zone. I will tell you that in this business coaching group that I'm a part of, there are many people who have a really hard time because they are unwilling to put themselves out there to market. Why? Because they're afraid they're going to upset people. They're going to trigger other people. That other people will be upset with them. And I'm here to tell you that if you are in business, you need to be out front and you need to have a point of view. And that point of view may be polarizing. And I can tell you that many times I post things on Quora and especially on LinkedIn with the mental health professionals. I never know how they're going to feel about the stuff that I write. More often than not, I figure that they're going to hate what I have to write because, well, I'm a contrarian to what they believe in. I've learned over the years that a lot of the stuff that I do doesn't work. I left that particular type of practice for that very reason before I even got educated in it. Because I saw a lot of people being over-medicated and hurt, and many people came to me for hypnosis after they knew what their problem was, but they didn't know how to clear it. And that's a problem, because people want to clear their problems. They want to be able to move on with their lives and not have their past determine their present or their future. So you got to be willing to get outside your comfort zone, be willing to get people perhaps a little upset, and you may actually find that they're not that upset with you. A lot of people might actually agree with you and be really happy that you said your truth because maybe these are the thoughts that many of these folks had anyway. I found this out many moons ago when I was on LinkedIn and there was a social worker who talked about why the mental health people had confidentiality and if it had more to do with protecting their licenses than the confidentiality of the patient. And I had something else come up recently with an answer in Quora where someone disagreed with me and said, oh yeah, it is to protect the confidentiality of our patients. Well, I'm going to tell you, the story was about my ex-psychiatrist going many moons ago because I haven't seen or needed to see one for decades now. But in any case, at that time, she had asked me, what would happen if you bumped into one of the people who are in the program that you work at? This is a program for severely mentally ill adults. I said, well, they have every right to be at that health club as I do, so I would just treat them like a normal person. And you know what? A little while later, one of my clients did show up, and I was wearing a bikini because I was swimming, and I like bikinis. Well, I used to like bikinis. I have to lose a little weight for it to work again now. But at that time, I had a pretty nice body. In any case, there was nothing wrong. We just talked about stuff. It was beautiful. And then I had somebody say that that was so inappropriate. They wouldn't want somebody to know that they were patient and to acknowledge them. And my feeling is this. Nobody knows who you see as your patients. Nobody cares. And if you're just sitting there talking about the weather or what someone is doing with their life or their time or what they did for their birthday or whatever, this is just normal speak. And my feeling is my job is to help these folks normalize their lives. Not make them feel like freaks. And so that's another way that we in the complementary care world think differently about the client interactions that we have. And I was okay with that person being upset. I said, well, it worked great for me and my client. It was years and years ago. And it happened a few times after that as well. And we were just able to talk and be normal people. Gee, what a thought. Be normal people, just interacting like normal people. Because really, truly, that's where true healing happens. Not by being fearful of them or being worried that something weird's going to happen. I never think anything weird is going to happen. I just treat my clients like normal people, regardless. even in my sessions. They're more than 50% of the process as far as I know, because they have all their own answers in their own mind. I just facilitate it. And so that's my philosophy of care, and it's worked really well for my clients over the years. I have probably a 95% or higher rate of success with my clients who complete their programs with me. And that's not an exaggeration, it's the truth. And I believe it's because I treat them like normal people, just helping them heal the issues that brought them in to see me in the first place. And that's my point of view, and I stick by it. So, another way that we can get outside of our zone of comfort is to travel to different places. And of course, I just spent the last almost 2 years in Israel. I don't speak the language. I don't read it. I can phonetically read it, which was good for when I was stuck at train stations and bus stations needing to figure out where I needed to go. But the bottom line was, it was something that got me outside my comfort zone and helped me grow a whole hell of a lot, and asking for help, endlessly asking for help to get to the places I needed to be. And now I'm in the Dominican Republic, and I don't speak Spanish, maybe 5 words. People here are really kind, they're really generous, they're helpful, and their food is delicious, let me tell you. So we need to do things that are going to help us to grow and learn. And certainly going for my master's programs, I did 2 of them back to back. One was in medical sociology, and the other one was in peace and conflict management. And boy, were they right on time, because I learned about how empirical studies are in the journals, especially where the drug companies are concerned. They do anything and everything to screw around with the subjects, take out the people who don't meet the parameters they want to show. They write up the stuff in ways that mislead the folks reading it. It's really quite amazing how that all goes down. And they even pay $400,000 to be placed into the medical journals, which actually led to 2 editors leaving after they each worked more than 25 years in their respective journals. The Lancet, and I think it was the New England Journal of Medicine. So there you go, guys. That's where empirical studies are going. Peace and conflict, I learned a whole lot about the non-governmental organizations like the UN, the IMO, the World Bank, and all the rest of them, who are overtaking what the countries are actually doing instead of letting the nation states really do what they need to do to take care of their citizens. That's a lot of what's going wrong now. So with my eyes open, I made a decision not to go back to the United States, at least for now, and to stay in the developing world where I'm free to live freely. It's really important to me. So I want you to get outside your comfort zone. I want you to be able to say your truth. I want you to be able to explain further if someone disagrees with you, and use it as educational methodology. And if the person doesn't get it, that's okay. They're able to have their own opinion. You don't have to agree with it. And move on. And that's all there is to it. Hope you got something from this podcast. And as always, I thank you for spending your time with me. Till next time. If you have enjoyed Claim Your Excellent Life, we'd really appreciate it if you go over to iTunes and give it a 5-star review. If you have found Claim Your Excellent Life to be helpful to you, and maybe even life-altering with the information that we have shared here, and to allow us to continue this work, which we really do enjoy doing for you, you can sponsor us at patreon.com. That's spelled P as in Paul, ATREON as in Nancy.com. Again, that's P as in Paul, AT as in Tom, REON as in Nancy.com, where there's a few different levels of sponsorship that you can choose from to help us to continue doing this work. We thank you for any assistance that you are able to give us.
Thank you for listening to the podcast, Claim Your Excellent Life, with your host, Suzanne Kellner-Zinck, where she helps professional women learn how to be happy. Suzanne teaches you how to do this through building high self-esteem, relaxation and calm, and good, healthy relationships. Tune in every week as Suzanne shares effective strategies to help you claim your excellent life with happiness techniques, self-esteem building exercises, relationship tips, and relaxation information. make sure to head over to dawningvisions.com to subscribe to the newsletter to receive your keys to happiness, as well as other useful free gifts for you.